Bob and I were talking about going back east sometime.
Okay, there she is.
Uh-oh.
Mother's Day. That's my mother. See that mother there? Hi, Mom.
Hello there, little boy.
And there's my adopted daughter. Hi there, adopted daughter. You're on candid camera. Athena. Hi, Athena. Hi. Hi, Athena. There's my adopted daughter-in-law. No, that isn't her. Brad picked her up on the highway coming up here today.
You already used that line once.
Stranger in Paradise. Who's that guy? That's Brad. The guy behind him, I don't know.
Who's the idiot on the camera?
Huh?
Who's the idiot on the camera?
Call me Rod.
Rod Stewart?
Danger, just call him Danger.
There's Brad.
Isn't he?
What?
Comment on the acceptability of your bathing suit today. It seems to be
It's briefer than usual.
a little bit brief. And
There's Josh. Hi, Josh.
needs some suspenders on it. Plus it's got a hole in the back. Two holes in the back.
My suit has 2 holes in the back,
He wants to turn around.
so I should reverse it, right?
wear it on the front, but
You want me to reverse it, is that right?
I don't think it would make much difference.
No, I probably wouldn't.
We'll send you to Park.
When I say it's 40 degrees, I don't mean the temperature.
We heard that one already.
he's been doing his Rodney Dangerfield routine today, and everybody's bored to death.
I went to a nudist beach. They told me to park in a handicap space.
Especially when he repeats them.
Wait, we don't have to repeat all these for the tape because he already has a tape. If you really want to hear it,
Better
you can
off
listen to
playing
the
the
tape.
Rodney Dangerfield tape. You got to practice your delivery of these
Don't
jokes.
tell him that.
I'm going to.
He'll practice on us.
I'm going to get good at it. Okay, we've got all these slobs sitting here. Paula, covered with ice cream all down the front of her. Josh is still eating. What are you trying to say, Josh? What's your name?
Be quiet, will you? Hey, Mom, what were you thinking when, how did you feel when you had your first baby?
Relieved.
How do you spell relief?
And what did you think of him when?
Here we are, looking north and northwest in front of our house. This is the view we get from the house. And those are Sierra Nevada foothills. And today we can see probably about 60 miles away. And this is, there's our driveway, looking back towards the way we go down the hill. This is the hill behind our house. There's the garage. There's the house with part of the new roof on. The changes we made. And saw table and all that. Back around here again. Our nearest neighbor is right down. I think you can see that white roof. Yeah, that's the barn. And the house is behind those trees. It's about a half a mile away.
Yeah. These are the pool collectors. They used to be on the roof, but I had to put them over here as a propane tank for the furnace. It's the furnace I put in last fall, and an air conditioner. It was a big job. And we couldn't put the vents under the house, so we had to run them up. There's 2 18-inch pipes going up in there into the attic. And then from there, broken down into smaller pipes for the rooms. These collectors, like I said, were on the roof out back, but we had to take them off, and I had to hook them up so we could heat the pool up, which it is now about 83. This is my garden. It's been in about 2 weeks now. I have 15 melon plants, and I have 48 peppers, 11 eggplant, 28 tomatoes, zucchini, and cucumbers. And we had asparagus, but it didn't do too well. That's where all the grass is coming up. Didn't do too well this year. You have to dig it up and redo them. Build the fruit trees in the backyard. It's all fenced so the deer can't get it. But of course the birds eat everything that comes on the trees, so we don't get anything else. And I've taken apart the solarium, and we're going to redo that and then put tile up there on the roof. We have the garage left to do too. Our property goes way down over this direction towards the east, about a quarter of a mile. This is a corral. It needs repairing because we don't have any animals anyway. And this road here goes all the way up and around. That's a storage building there. That's a junk pile there. Save everything. Actually, most of our property is up here towards the south, up that direction. This looks like a mess. Got the pool covered, keep it warm. I got junk laying all over the place. And we'll be glad when we get all this construction done. The reason we're redoing it is because it leaked real bad and we couldn't fix it. It was all glass on the roof and glass on the sides. I've stripped all the posts off mostly. I got a little bit more to do, and we're going to redo it so it won't leak. That's our 92 Buick Roadmaster. When we moved here, first thing we did was build this garage so that I could use the other garage for my workshop. It was the original garage. It is now my workshop. And it's a mess too, like everything around here. I have metal, you name it, I've got it. A miter saw, table saw, drill press, and gas welder. Got a lot of junk. Copper for metal sculpture. There's copper here for metal sculpture. Marble to mount it on. And no time to do it. But this could still be used as a garage also because the door is still here and it can open. And anybody that wants to use it can for that. Actually, it'll be a 4-car garage or 2-car with a workshop. Alice and I tiled this floor. We had a contractor build this solarium, and it was okay for a while, and then it just started leaking, and we couldn't do anything about it. So, got to redo it ourselves. That cabinet was given to us, and we're going to paint that and take it in her studio for artwork. I changed most of the windows in here, put double pane in, made them larger, give us more light. This bay window here, we bumped this right on out, a couple years ago. Get onto the porch, and we got that stucco done, but we have to get the whole thing. We have to spray the whole thing when we get all finished. I hope we get that done this fall. Get that all done. Miss America, but the reflection is bad. Reflection! Bad! Interested in that truck. We bought it in 1966. Here's my ARC Atlas 4x4 for traveling around on this 77 acres. It's a storage building. That ramp for carrying the tile up. And we've got a lot of skylights to put in yet. This, when we start down here, our driveway is 1,900 feet long. I'm going to walk on down. You can see we're on the side of a hill here. It's pretty steep, goes down quite a ways. And this ditch, I don't know whether you can see it, the ditch right there, maybe it won't show up, there's a lot of junk in it. That ditch brought water down from way up in the mountains for the mines. They were all over this area of the driveway. Okay, this is where the driveway gets steep. It really gets steep, and in the winter, if you get snow on it, it freezes. They have to put salt on it to get in or out, or we're stuck. I don't think I'll walk all the way down to the road today. I don't feel like it. But like I say, it's 1,900 feet. There's another view coming up at the crest of the driveway. Now this doesn't look like a road, but it is. And this road goes right on up to the top and down to the other side. Well, I'm at the very top of the hill that would overlook our house. The house really, it would have been great to have it up here somewhere, because you get a 360-degree view of in every direction. Not exactly where I'm standing, but it's very poor land. It's awfully rocky, volcanic rock, and it won't grow a heck of a lot in here. You can raise about 10 head of cattle on it. I'm looking towards the San Francisco Bay Area, but you really can't see much. It's probably 140 miles away. Those trees blocking it, and I don't think it's that clear down there anyway. I'm starting to go down the other side of our property. I'm not going to go all the way down because that's really steep down, and then it's all flat. But I'll go part way down. We're now looking towards the southwest, which would be, oh, I guess where Jackson would be, way over there. But we can't see a heck of a lot. The fence, that's my fence. My neighbor has that land over on the other side, all open land. Property is all mostly oaks. Grass is pretty high this time of year. You have to watch where you're walking, because the rattlesnakes are out. This doesn't look much like a road right now, but this swings on around to the right and to the left, curves all the way around, and it finally drops down to the bottom. And all level down there, huge acreage down there. But I'm not going to walk down there, it's too steep today. This land has a lot of wildlife on it. Our fence line is just beyond the trees in foreground, there's some green. Where the heck am I anyway? Green. I can't tell where I am. That's there. I'll tell you, I can't tell. But anyway, our property has trees all over it, mostly. And whereas the other people have cut them all out for the cattle to graze. So our property line would be down just where those trees end. Get right? I don't know how to say it. Not the ones way back there, but the ones in the foreground where they end. I'm still walking, and I'm pointing the camera to the east. The fence line is way over there. But this is the top behind our house. This spot in here is nice. Clear out some of these trees so we can get the view, and you'd have a beautiful spot, except for the road coming up. That would be tough in the wintertime. Okay, we're looking west in here. And Sacramento would be down right about there, which you could really see it at night, because you can't see anything now. You can't see any buildings or anything. If it was really clear, you could. Now we're looking up towards the mountains around Lake Tahoe. However, the bigger mountains are shrouded in clouds because you can't see any snow. And they still have snow on it, the ones around Lake Tahoe. As you can see here, this is our TV antenna. And this is 600 feet from the house. This antenna is facing towards Sacramento. I bought the heaviest coaxial cable I could get, 32 cents a foot. And I buried it in plastic pipe in the ground all the way to the house. And I also put an amplifier on it to get a stronger signal. I put some barbed wire on it because a friend had cows come up here and they were rubbing against the pole and knocking it over. And that wasn't too good. And it also it won't keep the deer out, but they don't bother. Okay, cable comes right on down in the ground. Right on down this steep bank. And all the way down, I dug a trench to bury it. All the way down to the house. This is another view of the, you really can't see any snow today though. I guess the clouds are too low. But there's some high mountains up there, Sierra Nevada mountains. And lots of lake jungle. This is another road, but it's overgrown now. We don't use it anymore. It goes down into the corral behind our house. Okay, I made it down. That's supposedly good road that's all overgrown. You not only have to watch out for rattlesnakes, you gotta watch out for this plant right here. That's poison oak. And we're really allergic to it. A few years ago, there was a male and a female fox went right under that building and gave birth to 5 babies. And they go away in the daytime, and the babies would come out, and I'd feed them cat food right there on the concrete. They'd stand right by, they'd come and eat right by my feet. When they got older, they started climbing this tree here, racing around like crazy. It went on for quite a while, and then one morning we're all gone, no more. And we do see a lot of wildlife here. I've seen a mountain lion, bobcats. And we saw a female skunk walk by our dining room door once with 3 babies right by that door right there. And of course there's raccoons, possums, and hundreds of quail, tons of deer, coyotes, rattlesnakes, all kinds of stuff. And since we don't have any dogs, the deer aren't too afraid. Or they stump. You know, see, that skylight isn't in yet. That goes where that big vent pipe is there, right around in there. That's for the kitchen. And then we're going to put 3 in the solarium so we get that framed in. All that framing right there comes out. The whole works. And start over with that.
Small town Jackson, but it is our county seat. And you can see these are all really old-time buildings. And I'll pan down the street. That's okay. All these old storefronts. I'm not sure how long they've been here, but I'm sure none of them are new. And this is Sunday morning. So there are quite a few people looking in the different shops, and I'll walk a little farther down the street. Looking a little farther down the street to the northwest, and this street is probably about 3 blocks long. You can see all these old type storefronts. Maybe you can. This is one of my favorite stores. A lot of nice things in there. That's all right. You can be in the picture.
Oh, sorry.
All these different shops. Been here a long time. Look at this other side of the street. You can see the architecture style of California mining towns. This was once a really well-known mining town. There's the hotel, Old Jackson National Hotel. It's been there for I don't know how long. And I'm going to go across the street. It's looking up quite a steep little hill, but that's our courthouse up at the top of the hill. And it's really not very big. Amador County isn't that big either. Here's farther looking down the street a little bit more. It's a busy day in here in Jackson today. But I wanted you to see what it was like. I'll take some more pictures farther up the road. This is where I was filming from that side of the street before. You like that Hungarian doll? It came all the way from Hungary. You like that doll? Isn't that pretty? Is that the way you used to dress?
Yeah.
Turn it around so I can see it this way, the face. Oh yeah, she's a pretty doll. Yeah. Does that remind you of the way things were in Hungary? Yeah, how about this? Does this sound like Hungarian music to you?
Yeah.
Dance, 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 huh?
Yeah, it is nice. Well, we're gonna have a native for this or hang it, they hang it on
What'd you say?
Where are they going to take it?
Well, I put it up here, hang it up here on the wall so it doesn't fall and get lost somehow. So after you look at it a while, did you see that pretty petticoat? It has a petticoat. Underneath that skirt is a petticoat and little boots, just like Hungary. You remember Kennywood Park? You remember when we used to go to Kennywood Park? My friend Marion sent me a movie of Kennywood Park, and Bob and I were looking at it last night, and it was with a lot of old-time pictures in it, way it was when it was early 1900s even, and when I was a kid in 1930s and 40s. It was all those old pictures, and then the way it is now, all new pictures and different things. And in it is a little bit of Marion and her daughter and her I don't know whether it's her granddaughter's, one of her grandchildren. And it's just so nice to see that again. It brought back so many memories of Kennywood Park and how we used to go for the Hungarian picnic. You remember that? And the dancers used to dance, and stamp their boots. Remember they had those big boots on with their costumes? And that was a lot of fun to watch. So Bob and I enjoyed watching that last night.
Well, that's pretty.
Yeah. That's a real peasant outfit, and I came all the way from Hungary. Took a long time to get here, though. I sent away for it.
I guess so.
It took a long time.
And here's the pretty yellow flower.
Yeah, pretty yellow flowers. Well, sort of a mixture of flowers today. You like purple and you like yellow and pink, so they're all there. I hope we get a good picture of them. I like that dress. Is really bright colors. You like those colors too, don't you? What did you say it was good to wear in the summertime? A good kind of skirt to wear in the summertime?
With things what you can wear easy, you know, from outside.
Mm-hmm. Did you wear long, pleasant skirts like that when you were a girl in Hungary?
Yes, and
since then too.
No, my nose done.
Oh, you got a Kleenex?
I don't know.
Did you say?
That's a pretty one.
That's a pretty one. Yeah, she's a pretty one. What did we name her? Do you remember what we decided to name her?
No, I don't know what you decided.
I think it was Anna.
Anna?
Uh-huh. Isn't that what we thought we'd name her, Anna?
Maybe that will do.
That's a Hungarian name, isn't it, Anna?
Mm-hmm.
We are looking now at the old Kennedy mine that is on the hills on the outskirts of Jackson. And this is one of the most highest producers of gold during the height of the gold rush in California. And this is the valley. All the little towns in this county, in the gold country, are primarily little valleys or hollows, and the towns sit in these hollows. Now this is just the outskirts, but I think I can get the town itself is on the other side of these trees where the cars are coming up. On beyond that is the town of Jackson, where I took some film a little while ago. And there's another mine shaft farther up here. You can see in a minute. I'll shut it off. The old head frame of the Argonaut mine that was also a very high producer of gold during the gold rush period. And this, you can see that is just across the hill from the one I took a minute ago, which is the Kennedy. Am I too far? Kennedy is right there. And there are still some tailing wheels on the other side of that other valley that where they took the ore to be cleaned. And all those distant hills are just the foothills still of the Sierra Nevadas. You can't see them today because the clouds are kind of low. This is Jackson and the valley around it. Okay, we'll go on to, now we're in another town called Sutter Creek, and this is where that in fact is where I used to have my art gallery for quite a few years. Somebody else has it now, but it's right on the creek, and it's a really nice place. Those are some of the old buildings I told you about in Jackson, and they're in Sutter Creek also. And this is a kind of a tourist area because people come up to see these charming little things. We'll go down farther on Sutter Creek, the actual creek of Sutter Creek, and back where those people were playing in the water is a park. It goes up the hill there. And that's where I used to have my class paint outdoors a lot, because you can see the backs of the old houses that are up there and the creek, and looking out over towards this bridge that I'm on. Just a little bridge, but this was a charming place to paint. You can see this is really California kind of country, the dry hills right now. And this is the 23rd of May, I believe, today. Okay, and this is the Sutter Creek City Hall. As you can see, it's an old-fashioned building also. I'm not sure when it was built, but that's it. City of Sutter Creek. And those are some old, beautiful old houses up in there of, used to belong to the people who were in charge of the mines. There's a whole strip of them. They're beautiful old houses. Quite old, but very well kept. And then we're looking across the street at Sutter Creek in the other direction. And now we are once again at Sutter Creek, but we're looking across the street to the other side of Sutter Creek, and you can see these grasses grow huge in the spring and summer. There's a little water still wandering through. This is a very old building. For a long time, I'm not sure it still operates, but there was a Chinese laundry there in that area right there. Now it's a parts automobile place. They've been there a long time too. Here's another view of the auditorium and the City Hall. Same thing. And a lot of nice old buildings. They would come back around here now, and this again is my old gallery building. It was beautiful. When we had the gallery, it was really nice. It's a gallery in there right now. I'll take a few pictures of that. These are some nicely reclaimed old buildings. The one with the dark charcoal